Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got the Z. I don't have a bingo. I can play Velt, retaining the Z. That has some merit. I don't think I can play off the V with the Z. So, Velt for 26. I'd have 3 I's, which isn't good, and 5 vowels altogether. I've got Jizz on my rack, but that would leave 4 vowels, including a duplicate I. Not good. Onto an L, I would have Jazale. That's still available with the L of Velt. Neither the J nor the Z getting doubled. But this is a problem rack, and sorting the rack out is important as well as scoring. So Jazale, 29, keeping 2 I's and sticking the Z right next to a premium square. Can I do better than that? Maybe I should be playing off the J and the Z separately. The high-scoring tiles all benefit from vowels, so maybe play off one of these high-scoring tiles with 2 or 3 vowels. How can I do that? Neither high-scoring tile goes next to the I. Zinnia requires 2 N's. What about placing one of my good tiles on this triple letter square? So, yes. What about this? Zyla for 40. That is a better score in rack leave than Jazale. Well, more vowels, so I could have vowel problems later on in the game. Onto an A, I would have Fijoa. Fiji, not good. Never was. Fifi came and went. Now, how to sort this rack out? Jow through an A. 20 points for my opponent. I balked because I thought he'd provided nothing. But maybe that's not the case. What about the L down onto the triple word square? And I'm looking for plays which use the F or the J. So I can't see a play using the J. What about the F? Well, I've got Leaf. That's not bad. It splits up both duplicates. What isn't good is the score. Only 21 points. Dismal. What about a play in column 7? I've got the O for going next to the Z. Can't see anything great there. Nothing great beginning with the Z. Now, is Leaf really the best I can do coming down through this L? I think it is. And I'm playing Leaf rather than Life because the E is more useful for triple word squares. So 21 points. Fantastic. I draw the first blank. I have no duplicates. There may be a bingo here, but if not, I should be able to leave a pretty bingo-y rack leave. And I've got a lead of 50-odd points, which is good. So, is there a bingo here? Is Jacobite good through the T? I'm going to squiz through the alphabet and see if inspiration strikes. So that's the Jacobite rack. And then I'll look for non-bingo plays. Great, only 14 points for my opponent. Close to Majolica. I could be missing plays here. This is quite a nice rack. But I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so where can I jettison the J? I can play Joe and Co. I can play Joe and Zoe. I could play Jow and Co. Likewise in column 7. 15 minutes on my clock. Joe is quite nice because it attracts attention down to the bottom left, leaving the bingo lanes available for me. Just wondering if I have something through this T. Jacobite's all I've seen. Abjection, no. Now, what about join? So 27 points, which is slightly more than Joe and Co. And it's playing off one more vowel, and that's quite crucial because this rack leave is a lot better than this rack leave with an I. I'm going with this. Great. Surely I have a bingo now. Do I have one ending in the T? I've got erotica in rows G and I. Loricate through the T. Erotical, the anagram of loricate, doesn't work. So I haven't seen anything ending with the T. What about beginning with the F? I've got the for prefix. There could be something there. Erotica in rows G and I score almost nothing. Now, what about column 9? I've got Orices and Velts. That's quite nice. Although it does invite a high-scoring reply in column 8. I'm just wondering whether to go through the alphabet for the F, but I'm just don't think there is something there, and I'm mindful of the time. Only 13 minutes left. So should I just play Orices? Ah, well, what about Carios? That's much better. That doesn't allow a big response in column 8. Carios for 72. And a non-bingo-y rack, but it's a good balance of vowels and consonants, and I've got scoring tiles, and I'm 100 points in the lead. Just looking around for friendly spots for high-scoring tiles. My F can go next to the I, so I could play F. Well, probably quite a few things around this area. My opponent challenges, he loses 5 points. And he scores another 30, so my lead's only about 80 points. However, I am on turn. So how best to deal with this rack? 12 minutes on my clock and 47 tiles to come. I've got EF, but that's not really sorting the rack out. It's leaving a duplicate A. It would be nice to play something like Gamify, which plays off a lot of tiles. Now I've got magma on my rack, so I could play that in column I. It doesn't score very much, and it sets up column 11 for S-ending bingos, and there are 4 S's and a blank out there, so that doesn't feel great. I could play magma and Tsar. That is quite nice. And the reason is it provides very little for my opponent, and it obstructs or eliminates all of these floaters in Karios, the C, A, and R. Because any plays using them would have to be 9-letter words, and they are pretty uncommon. And this sorts my rack out really well, and it does leave F for next turn as a fallback if I've nothing better. Pretty good. I think there probably are some 8s here. Defrayed with a D. Federeri through an R. So, well, I was going to say I blocked the R of Karios, but it was in the wrong place anyway. Xyla blocked it. But this is a good balanced rack. Okay, I think that's good. I am going to challenge it. Yep. Okay, so my opponent comes back into the game. He's only 24 points behind now. He hasn't provided any floaters. ES does take an S, so column 11 quite hot. What floaters are available? Magma's pretty much killed a lot. It's killed Federacy, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, well, never mind. What I've got is Defy for 42 points, which is pretty good, and a pretty good rack leave. Is there anything better? And this kills column 11, so there's a lot right about this. The play can't be any longer because I don't have anything. I don't have an H for going after the C, so I'm going with this. And that's a great pickup. Is that... Well, what have I got to start with? Is there a 7 here? It looks like there is. However, duplicate E, duplicate S, maybe not. And these are very high probability tiles. Sometimes it's difficult to see bingos with just 1-pointers and duplicates. And my opponent's provided some nice floaters. Well, in particular the R and the T. So I've got the I-E-S-T ending, but serious, not good. So it seriates through the T. That doesn't work. Is there an anagram of seriates? I think there might be. Can't bring it to mind. I'm 45 points in the lead. I've got no scoring tiles. Scolia provides no floaters. Karios takes nothing at the end. Re-raises through the R, but again it's in the wrong position and re-arises. Okay, I don't think I do have a bingo here. The M is a floater for bingos ending M something. Ah, I have Seri Emas, and that's... Ah, I think Scarios is good. Wow, I'm going to try this. It'll be pretty good if it's good. Seri Emas and Scarios. And if it comes off, then I'll be spared this horror show with 2 U's. My opponent challenges. It is good. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm now 130 points in the lead. There are 19 tiles in the bag. I've got a bad rack, but I don't care because Seraimas and Scarios was good. Fantastic. And Seraima's not provided a huge amount for my opponent, only the S as a floater. That's gone in any event. Just checking these are good, and they are. Nice score for him. 14 tiles left. And I do actually have a bingo here through an I. I have out built. No I's available. So, how to score. And should I be doing something about the floaters in Air 8? Well, I could play but, which kills all of them. 20 points, not great at all, but not a disaster, especially when you've got a good lead. Rack leave. The U of some merit, since the Q is unplayed, and it's balanced, and I've got the out prefix, so there's a little bit of synergy going on there. 7 minutes left on my clock. But I think the main good thing about this move is killing these floaters. It kills the R, T, and E. Great, no duplicates. And I've got a scoring tile in the W, so I'm in reasonable shape. There's a little mini hotspot in row M, because bar takes an A and an O in front. 27 for my opponent. Day only takes an S, so that's no use to me. What about playing across here? I'd like to play off my W just to get the score from it. So I could play WAN. My U could go above TE. Can't see a way of doing that. So I could play 1. I could play Lawan. Let's see what that looks like. 29 points, that's a half-decent score. Let me check the vowel situation. Wow, only 4 vowels out of 16 tiles. I'm not going to play WAN. I'm going to play 1. And the reason for retaining the A is not just the vowel shortage, but also it helps with the Q, should I pick it. So 25 points for 1. I do pick the Q, and I'm glad I retained the A. I've got some choices now. If that A had been a consonant, I'd be looking at a pretty grim rack. I've got suck, S-U-Q, as well as quag, quat, and squat. So quite a few options here. I've got squaw onto the W, which will score quite well. Now, what about column 11? Do I have anything which goes after A, D? Only my S, so that's no good. My opponent has stolen my squaw spot, annoyingly. And he's created a bingo lane in column 13, but I don't think he's going to be able to avail himself of that. The remaining tiles massively unbingo-y. Even with the blank, it's a bit hopeless. And I don't think a bingo would be enough for my opponent. He's over 100 points behind. Now, I've got 5 minutes left, and I need to play my Q somewhere. And I haven't seen anywhere. I think I was rather thinking squaw might remain available. And I can't see anywhere even burning the S with suck. I've got cat on my rack, retaining the U. ATC not good. 5 minutes on my clock. I can play qua, but I don't want to, because that's just an invitation for my opponent to extend it to aqua, and I don't want that. 4 minutes on my clock. What about a play beginning AD or RE? Not seeing anything. 4 tiles in the bag. I don't have to play the Q. But if I don't, what are my options? I don't feel I've exhausted the Q spots on the board. I'm feeling that I've overlooked something. Four tiles left. Where can I play 3 tiles? Well, the trouble with playing anything is that it's likely to use a vowel. And if I'm not playing the Q, I'd like to keep both vowels. So where can I play off 3 consonants or 2 consonants? And without opening anything for my opponent. I think I'm going to play Qua. I'm not seeing anything clever. My opponent's not going to win by using that hook. It's a horrible rack leave. I'm burning both vowels, but I've only got 3 minutes left. Qua does leave 1 in the bag. No eyes for playing parallel. And my opponent needs a big bingo, which he wasn't going to get even if I left that lane alone. Have I really not got anything better than this? 1 takes a T at the end. That doesn't help. Let me just put this back. I do have to play the Q. I don't want to be stuck with it. But I just can't see anything better than this. I am going to play this. Time is running out. Quart and dar. And I draw the A. Fantastic. I don't draw the blank. My opponent's got that, so he can play Wang across there. But look at that rack. Well, he may not even have... The blank may be in the bag. It's not. Okay, he's got Wang. Now, my rack's actually pretty good, but the board isn't. Rag bolts with an R. 2 minutes on my clock. I can see what my opponent's got. I'm winning. Do I have anything with the G or the N? Can't see anything with the G or the N. So I'm looking to go out in 2. The bag's empty. So I can play Blast down here. It may not be optimal, but I think this guarantees an out in 2. I've got Go and Co, and I've got a Go, so this definitely guarantees me an out in 2. I'm going with this. Only 1 minute on my clock, so this game has gone fairly quickly, and that's partly because my opponent has played quickly. He's got 14 minutes left on his, and we only started with 20, so he's played all his moves in about 5.5 minutes. So while my opponent thinks about where to go, I need to find the best spot for my GO. So, Go and Co, 12 points. My opponent blocks that. I've got a Go for 8. I've got Bog for 7. 1 minute left. Let me be methodical. Goads is good. Gox is good. Okay, there may be something better which I haven't seen, but I'm going with a Go. Just wait for my opponent to formally end the game. Which he does. And the final score, 322 to my opponent, 434 to me, a winning margin of 112 points, so a good win. Let's see what I missed. That's not what I meant to do. History. There we go. Right, me to go first. I played Velt. I could have played Ditz, keeping the V. I'd rather have the Z. Opponent plays Henin. And I thought about Giselle and then went for Zyla. And I still like that. Opponent plays Nerl. My rack, and I played Join. And yeah, I still like that. Jetfoil, a nice word, but not a better play. Except I didn't do either of those. I played Leaf for 21, keeping the J. So sacrificing 6 points. Not sure. Maybe Join would have been better, but Join invites a J play in column 2, and Leaf retains the Join option for next go. So I think I prefer Leaf, or there's not an awful lot between them. Opponent plays Vi. Great, I didn't miss a bingo here. Zhao is being suggested and Zhou, but that invites a high-scoring play in column 8. So Join for only 3 fewer points, I think is better. Opponent plays Pox. And now I have a great rack, and I have, well, a ton of bingos, including Karios. And at the time I played this, I'd forgotten about the S front hook. Fortunately, that came to me later. Opponent plays Piper. Now, I play Magma at, well, not there. B7. Yep, that's where I play it. Fag M3. Because of Henning, yep, possibly, but keeping duplicate M. I think I like Magma. I like the idea of killing these floaters when I'm ahead. Opponent, great spot. Scolia, B9. Okay, that would have made Scarios. Instead, he played it elsewhere. Great, I didn't miss a bingo here. And Defy looks best. Opponent plays Air 8. Now, great rack. And Serai Emas was the only bingo, so delighted to have spotted that. Opponent plays Rodeo, and now I'm in great shape, 100 points ahead, 14 tiles in the bag. And I play Butt to close bingo lanes and sort the rack out. Opponent's rack, nice rack, no bingo, plays Yi. B11. Ah, Allo, Adu and Rue, very nice, 30 points. Yeah, I like that. I don't think I did anything as good. Yeah, I played 1, which wasn't as good because it wasn't killing anything. So, Allo, I think, would have been a better play. No bingo for my opponent. He plays Jew. Now, this was when I went through my agonies with the Q. And it looks like there was nothing better than Qua for it. Opponent plays Wang, could have played Twang. Great, I didn't miss a bingo at the death. B11. Ah, Globs. Yeah, because I missed the Adu hook. I only thought of the ads, so Blog's definitely better. I played Blast, but I was short on time at this point, and the game was won. Cut for my opponent, and finally, Ego N1. Ah, making UG and 2. Okay, so a few points shipped at the end. But overall, a pretty exciting game, and the highlight of the game being Serai Emas and Scarios. Delighted to have spotted that. So I hope you enjoyed watching the game, and I will see you next time.